Where are we going? The young man, once known as Ben Solo, asked Snoke as the two walked to their nearby ship. To continue your training elsewhere, Snoke replied, to challenge you, to face what is holding you back, and you will either fail or you will kill it. Sometime later, the two arrived to their destination. Leave it, Snoke told Kylo Ren as Ren prepared to cover his face with his black mask. You cannot hide behind a mask here. You cannot pretend to be Vader in this place. They walked out onto the swampy lands of the planet Dagobah. I can still feel him from his time here, Kylo says as he takes in his surroundings. Skywalker. Yes, Snoke says, one of the most formidable Jedi began his training here. Kylo Ren inquires as to why Snoke speaks of Luke in that way, with respect. He has earned my respect, Snoke replies, and fear. If I had your uncle by my side instead of you, the galaxy would have been mine a long time ago. Moments later, the two powerful dark side users stand in front of a dark cave, one unfamiliar to Kylo Ren. He asks his master what's in there, to which Snoke replies, only what you've been too weak to bury. Snoke gives Ren a sly grin, or you can run away and hide if you'd like. Kylo enters the cave and is immediately met by a vision of his former master and uncle Luke Skywalker. I don't want to fight you, Luke assures him. Ren ignites his lightsaber and simply replies, I don't care. The uncle and nephew do battle. As he waits outside of the cave, Snoke continues to speak to his pupil. Your hatred for him is right. Use that hatred. Rise above what's holding you back. Strike against the light side within you. Kylo Ren thrusts his fiery red blade into the abdomen of Luke and the vision falls to the ground. I'm done, Kylo says as he turns off his weapon. You are not done, Snoke says. It is far from over. Ben? Kylo hears a familiar voice say. He turns to see visions of his mother and father standing behind him. Ben, please stop, Leia says. That isn't my name, Ben says, trying to convince himself of that as much as anyone else. It is, Han chimes in. You are Ben Solo. I feel the struggle within you, Snoke senses. Defeat it. Yes, I feel your lightsaber ignite. I feel the decision you've made. Kill the connection. Snuff it out. However, while it's true that Kylo did ignite his blade and began to lash out with it, Snoke was mistaken as to Kylo's true action, as he wasn't striking down his parents, but instead striking the ancient cave all around him. The cave begins to crumble and crash down right in front of Snoke. Kylo Ren finally emerges, unharmed. Your show of power is impressive, Snoke admires, but that cave has stood for thousands of years. The past is the past, Kylo says, his saber still ignited. I hoped to bring other apprentices to it. Kylo walks away from his master and back into the jungles of Dagobah. You won't need other apprentices. I hope you enjoyed this video detailing some of the early days of Kylo Ren's training. I thought it was interesting to hear Snoke pay some respect to Luke and say that if Luke was at his side instead of Kylo, then he would have controlled the galaxy already. It shows that he knows the true power of the Jedi Master. As always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.